Hello and welcome back to the April 23rd edition of Huskies Weekend Recap. I'm your host, Alexis Pearson. We finally got some nice weather this weekend, which means it was perfect for baseball, and the Huskies definitely enjoyed their time in the sun as they went 2-1 against Minnesota Crookston this weekend. They started off the series on Friday with a 5-3 loss, but came back strong in the first game of the doubleheader on Saturday. Flint, Haskamp, and Walls teamed up for a strong pitching performance in Game 1 on Saturday, not allowing the Golden Eagles to tally a run the entire game. The Huskies, however, were able to score 9 with Jordan Joseph leading the way with 2 runs, 2 hits, and 3 RBI. Torrin Shahidi also had a strong offensive performance with a hit and 3 RBI. SDSU gets the 9-0 win. In the final game of the series, the Huskies would again perform well both defensively and offensively. Najee Gaskins would get the scoring started for the Huskies in the first inning as Mitch Malik would find right field, allowing Gaskins to score. The Huskies would add 3 more runs in the second inning to jump to an early 4-0 lead. Minnesota Crookston would finally tally 2 runs in the fourth, but it would be the only times they'd cross home base all game as the Huskies would continue to dominate. Gaskins would finish with 3 runs, 3 hits, and 3 RBI. Jordan Joseph would also contribute with a run, 3 hits, and 2 RBI. SDSU would get the 12-2 win and improve their overall record to 31-7. The softball team was also in action this weekend, looking to add some wins to their season-high win streak of 11 games. They would take on Upper Iowa on Friday, and it would take a little while to get the scoring started in Game 1. The Peacocks would tally 2 runs in the third to jump to a 2-0 lead, forcing the Huskies to battle from behind. Alexander Pinkowski would be the first Husky to cross home plate, getting the scoring started for the Red and Black in the 5th inning. The Huskies would continue to battle, tying the game in the 6th and having their best performance in the 7th inning, in which they would outscore the Peacocks 4-0 to secure the 6-2 comeback win. Senior Morgan Emmons would lead the way with a run, hit, and RBI, while Brooke Bolin would also perform well with 2 runs, a hit, and an RBI. After a strong start to the weekend, the Huskies' winning streak would end at 12 as they would lose the second game of the doubleheader 9-4 and get swept by Winona on Saturday, losing 8-2 and 3-0 in those games. SDSU currently sits at a 34-14 overall record with only a couple games remaining in the regular season. The men's golf team competed in the NSIC Championship last week. The team placed 9th overall with a score of 956, but Troy Reinanen performed well individually. He finished 9th overall, earning all NSIC honors for the 3rd time in his collegiate career. The only other Husky to place in the top 30 was Riley Duncanson, who finished 29th in individual play. Winona would be the team to win it all with a score of 870. Rounding out our weekend recap for this week is the track and field team, who is busy this weekend competing several times to make up for cancellations earlier in the season due to weather. They competed in both the Kansas Relays and the Lady Bear Twilight. Leighton Fisher finished 10th and Faith Lubner finished 5th in the heptathlon at the Kansas Relays. Amelia Burris finished 4th in the long jump, 12th in the 200-meter dash, and 13th in the 100-meter dash at the Kansas Relays as well. In the 100-meter dash at the Lady Bear Twilight, Bailey Brazerall, Sydney Bredden, and Isabel Simdorn all finished in the top 8. In hurdles, Jocelyn Johnson finished 8th and Bridget Brown finished 4th, while Annie Faladero finished 2nd in shot put, with many other Huskies competing well over the weekend as well. Thanks for watching.